Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, guys, we're going to cover stop signs. We're going to cover always stop signs and one-way stop signs. I'm going to cover in this video what's the difference and how you need to be stopping. There is a stopping positions. When is the right time to stop? When is the position to stop? Everything we're going to cover in this video. The reason that I'm doing this video is because one of my Patreon sent me a message and asked me when he was on the test, the applicant, the student failed the test because examiner, in the end, when they give feedback, it said that the applicant, the student, simply rolled the stop sign. So I will explain also what's the meaning of the rolling the stop signs. We're gonna do this step by step. We're gonna start with the one-way stops and then we're gonna try to do all-way stops. Again, guys, if you wanna stay until the end, you will learn and you will not fail the test. Also, guys, today I had a student came from somebody else, from other instructor, and when we start driving, she passed the test. She had her G2, and now she's coming to take a lessons to be comfortable as a driver. And when we approach the stop signs, the students start counting 1, 2, 3. So in this video, guys, also I will explain. If your instructor doesn't know how to explain, you will know what is the reason, why we're calling 3-second stop. So I will explain also here. So guys, if you just joined this channel, don't forget to subscribe. I see all of you, and it's very, I'm very happy to see students that simply don't even know me, just watching my videos, not my students. And I see you guys at the test center and you just approaching me and saying me to thank you for your videos, and that's what makes me happy. And again, guys, if you didn't subscribe, hit that subscribe button. This video, first of all, will be uploaded on my Patreon. Usually I upload all my videos on my Patreon first. So if you're planning to go for the test and you wanna get something that you will not see only exclusively for my Patreon, so if you would like to join my Patreon, link will be down below. Okay, so we're gonna start. I'm going to put the signal. I'm gonna do everything step by step. So it's not just for the stop signs, also how you have to, even if you're pulling out from the stopping positions, what you need to do. So first of all, again, we're putting the signal, rear view mirror check, shoulder check, and we start moving. Guys, if this video is helpful, don't forget to like too. We're gonna approach now first stop sign, and this all the recording will be on my dash cam. This is 4K. So if you also would like to purchase a dash cam in the future, check my links below. First of all, here I'm gonna slow down. There is a branch and it's covering the stop sign. So one more thing I wanna mention, guys, when you are approaching the stop sign and it's covered by the tree or by the car parked, make sure you're looking at the lines, and the lines will be always there. So you have to not just pay attention if there is a stop sign or not, also look at the ground. So first of all, when we're approaching one-way stop, what we have to do, if there is a line, we're stopping before the line. If there is no line, you go to the sidewalk. If there is no sidewalk, you can stop at the edge of the curb. In this case, we have a one-way stop and there is a line. That's why I stop here. The next step, I need to creep. I cannot go. This is a one-way stop. It's not an all-way. So what I do, I creep up to the position that I can see better both sides. Also, guys, this intersection, every other day there is an accident because people, what they do, they stop and they go. So instead of creep up forward and make sure that you can see better, what they do, they stop, they go, and here, there is accidents happen every other day, and I'm not joking about it. That's why I brought here so you can see the difference between others. There is a car coming from the right side and he's speeding up, so I better wait. Now the area is clear, I simply proceed. So one way, it's not stop and go. One way, you stop, you check, then you go. Now, we also have to pay attention on the speed limit, so I'm gonna do everything the way it's supposed to be. So if you are preparing yourself for the test And going for the test, make sure you follow the speed limits. Also, you follow the stopping positions. So I'm gonna approach another one-way stop. And again, pay attention, guys. Even if you approach, whenever you're approaching intersection, there's going to be a stop sign. If it's not for you, for sure for somebody, for the other side. So now we're approaching again one-way stop. And now I didn't stop where is the stop sign, because here we don't have line and we don't have a sidewalk. That's why when I stop just before the edge of the curb. So the stop sign can be a meter away from you or 2 meters away, as long as you're stopping and you're stopping properly on the stopping position. So here, because I stop properly, I don't need to creep like I did on the other side, because here I stop and I can see both sides clear. Now I start moving. Very important, guys, with the one-way stop. If you don't stop properly and you start moving, first of all, you're gonna stop and then you're gonna creep and then you're gonna check. But before you stopping, you have to check left and right. And now I wanna explain to you what's the rule of the 3 seconds. So I'm going to do another one-way stop. And here we have another stop. So now I'm gonna make a left turn, and again, no line, no sidewalk, straight to the edge. So if you are with your instructor and your instructor asking you count 1, 2, 3, I want you guys, if your instructor do that, let me know in the comments. And I'm gonna explain now so you can explain to your instructor what's the meaning of the 3 seconds. So 3-second rule, it means that you stop, you look left, right, and when it's safe, you go. So that's 1, 2, and 3 to go. That's the rule of the 3 seconds. Never count. I have students coming for the mock test. We're stopping at the stop sign. Instead of check, they counting and they going. So if your instructor teaching you that, that's totally wrong. And you can explain to the instructor that the 3 seconds rule means left, right, go. Okay, guys, left, right, go. But not on the one-way stop, on the always stops. Again, now we have a line, we stop. After I stop, I check left and right. Then I start creeping, not right away going. I checked, maybe there is a pedestrian, maybe there is a bikes. And now I stop again because I can see better from here. And now I simply go. It's very simple if you follow the correct rules. Stop, it doesn't mean that stop and go. Depends on what stop you're approaching, okay? Now, we're gonna go to the always stop, and now we're gonna be covering the always stops. So I'm gonna make a left turn over here. So now, always stop, how would I know? I stop a little bit sooner. So always stop, usually underneath the stop sign, it will say always. That's why I stop over here, so you can see in the camera that what's the meaning of the always stop. Usually on always stops, you will also see 4 lines, here, here, and there. So even if the stop sign is blocked, you can always see the stop sign. If you miss the stop sign, you can see the line. So now I'm gonna be approaching the line and I will stop. Here is the rule of the 3 seconds. Left, right, go. That's the rule of the 3 seconds, because now everybody has to stop, not just me. That's why when I stop at the stop sign, I check left and right and I go. Remember, rule of the 3 seconds, if somebody telling you count and go, he doesn't know what he's doing. I'm going to make a right turn now. I shoulder check. That's why another thing today, the person who came never met with me. She just watched my videos, and today when she came and she was asking me all these questions, but after she passed the road test. So It doesn't mean that you pass the road test, you can drive. Sometimes people are not confident, and what they do, they take extra lessons to be more confident. I'm going to make a right. So it's always stop, I check left and right, and I simply go. And also, some times when I have students that when they are new or they already have a license, they coming and they looking again and again. If you stop, you check left and right, and if it's an all-way, concentrate on direction that you're going. You don't need to double check and 3 times check, okay? So this is a very, very important lesson. If you are checked already, why are you checking again? I'm gonna make another right. This is an all-way again, so I stop, I check left and right, and simple way, I'm just looking where I'm going. That's it. If you hesitate, the car was not there, but as long as you're waiting there, somebody will come, and then it's going to be, you're gonna impede the traffic, and then you don't know who goes first. So the best way, stop, left, right, go. Rule of 3 seconds. I'm gonna do one more stop sign on the all-way. And guys, if you have any questions, any comments, please let me know. It's very important. I want you to succeed on the test. And if somebody like teaching you and you're not happy with that, better to change the driving instructor. So many times I have people that they coming and they're not happy and they simply change the instructor. Line over here, always stop, I check left, right, nobody there. And another important thing that I want to share with you, that when you are stopping, you're checking left, you're checking right, make sure you're moving your head and wider, because there is a pillar here. And if you just simply looking not like this, right, not wide enough, the pillar will block and you will not see if there is any pedestrian coming or if there is any bicycle approaching. Very important to make sure that your head is moving, and you don't need to exaggerate, it's just a simple move. I'm going to make another right, so I'm going to put the signal. This one, again, look at that, guys. If you're looking at the sign, there is a branches, right? So if you're missing that point, you think that there is no stop sign. This way, what we have to do is to look down and see if there is a pavement mark and there is a line. That means that you're approaching the stop sign. And look over here, the same thing. This is this is a always stop. And when I see the line, even if I didn't see because something is covering, I know that I have to stop. As you can see, here is 3 cars approached almost at the same time. I check left and right, I see it's safe, I go. I don't want to impede the traffic. Now, I'm going to show you what's the meaning of the rolling stop and why whoever contact me from my Patreon failed the test. So here, all way, I stop, I check, I go. No car will honk you. You're not gonna impede the traffic. You're not gonna confuse anybody what you're doing. Now I'm gonna show you guys what's the meaning of the rolling stop sign and why people do rolling stop signs. The main reason people do the stop signs rolling is because when they approaching the stop sign, they didn't stop completely yet. They already start shaking left and right. And when you do that, you will never, like this, for example, you checking left and right, I already went over the line. So in the case of this, what I need to do is simply stop, guys, and then I look left and right. Not approaching the stop sign and looking left and right. First of all, I will be not stopping properly. I may go over the line. I may block crosswalk. So the thing is how to avoid that simple is to stop first, then look, okay? Not looking before approaching. And that's what, when I looked at the test result, when I look at the test result, the result was that the student went through the stop sign by not fully stopping, and that was already a full like that's you already failed the test automatically. That's one of the things that sometimes examiners, they are nice. They said, be careful, make sure you stop next time. But if you are on the test and you roll the stop sign or didn't stop completely, you will fail the test. Now, another thing that what happened to one of instructors that I work with, his student went for the test, and during the test he didn't stop at the stop sign. And what happened, there was a police pull over the student. And remember guys, when you are sitting behind the wheel, I have these questions all the time. When you are sitting behind the wheel, you are the one responsible. You are a driver. It doesn't mean that you are on G1 and the instructor will be the one responsible if you went through the stop sign or you speeding. It's going to be on you. It's going to be on your license. So the student went through the stop sign, was nervous, and the police officer pulled over the car, give a ticket to the student. The student, of course, failed the test. And when he give the student the ticket, it's not just $110 that the ticket was, it's also 3 demerit points. So be careful. When you're driving, doesn't matter if you have a G1, G2, or the G test. If you're behind the wheel, you're on the test, you're responsible. The examiner was not responsible. Examiner couldn't do nothing because there was no... he couldn't stop, right? It happened so quick and the police was there. So remember, make sure you're stopping and not rolling the stop signs. Let me show you what I mean by rolling the stop sign, okay? When you do that, you automatically fail the test. Depends on what stop you went and who is the examiner, but usually that's a big no-no. So I'm going to make a right. So you see, I was looking ahead of the time and I rolled the stop sign. I didn't stop. Now I'm gonna stop because I wanna stop. But when you are approaching the stop sign, do not look left and right. Make sure you stopping, then you checking, then you going. So you going for the test, guys, remember, make sure you stopping. You're not rolling the stop signs because that's going to fail you. So that's what I want to cover in this video, guys. If you would like to see more exclusive videos from my Patreon, link will be down below. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you in my next video.